What a beautiful day. What a peaceful patrol. But wait! Germans on the other side of the lake! Charge, men! Charge! Quickly! Into the lake! Destroy them! Quickly! Before we all die! But what's this? The Germans have all committed suicide! Once again, our troops are victorious against the German regime! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Forgotten Camel, and welcome to another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Today, the Germans have made the mistake of surrounding 25,000 US soldiers and backing them into a corner. The Germans have 27,000 troops ready to destroy the US soldiers, but the US soldiers are more than happy to take them on. Of course, we're just going to go with the default soldiers, so that's 27,000 default German soldiers, and we got around 7,000 on this side, hoping to, hoping to be able to get the jump on them. And the US soldiers will most likely probably get the jump on them first, since they are better at close quarters combat. But without further ado, we should go ahead and start this battle. And we'll start. Well, it appears none of them are in range, surprisingly. The Germans should be in range, though. Oh, one of the Germans has already started firing. Yes, the Germans always have the advantage in range, so the US really needs to find some cover, otherwise they're just going to get shot down pretty quickly. However, many of the US have already started firing, so that should help them out a little bit. But the Germans, they have a lot of Germans already firing at the US soldiers, and quite a few of the US soldiers are going down already. In fact, not very many Germans seem to have fallen yet. See one or two here and there. Ooh. Looks like the US soldiers are already engaging the Germans over here as well. Yes, this is a really nice force battle right over here. It's kind of hilarious given the fact that these guys are literally a few feet from each other and missing. But at the very least, they should be able to win the battle for the forest. And over here, there seems to be another story. The Germans are just mowing the US soldiers down. Only a few Germans dead, but hundreds, if not already 1,000 troopers. Holy cow. So the German soldiers are already taken out 34,000 of the US troops. That is not good. Especially considering that these German soldiers already outnumber the US. So the US is in quite a bit of trouble. That's unfortunate. Yes, the Germans are very much accurate in battles. I'm actually surprised, though. They should have been doing fairly well against these Germans, but the Germans are really chewing them up. Yeah, quite a few of the US soldiers are getting hit in the back, in the rear, so that's not very good. Majority of the US soldiers haven't really gotten into battle yet, and they're already taking fire. Yeah, the Germans have killed twice as many troops than the US soldiers, and they... Wow. Did I mention how much I love forest battles? It's always fun to see battles like this. It's just I don't really have to explain myself so much, but it's fascinating. Especially when you're looking up a hill seeing a whole bunch of troops, and there's this light blocking the way. They're like silhouettes. That's pretty cool. By the looks of things, I don't think the U.S. will win. Like, the Germans have really gotten the jump on them. And look at this line. I don't know why, but it seems like the Germans have an easier chance of getting together, while the US have a lot of trouble just finding a target. Look, they've already got a firing line way up here. You just can't let that happen. Oh, wow. This is just sad. This is really sad. Like, I didn't expect this to end so quickly. And I especially didn't expect the Germans on the top of this hill here to do so well. But there are bodies everywhere on this side. So it looks like a successful German attack, especially when they backed him into a corner. I don't see the U.S. recovering from this battle. That's 25,000 troops. That's like 1 or 2 divisions. About 2 divisions. And just look at the bodies that litter the field. Especially that dark sunlight up in the air. It kind of makes it really... It looks really good. Oh, I still want to see tanks in battle, though. And the Germans are still pushing them back. I didn't, you know, the U.S. is supposed to excel at close quarters combat, but by the looks of things, they are not able to excel in that. Especially over here. The Germans have just been mopping the floor with these guys. Especially on the top of that hill. I wonder how many of those Germans are left. Looks like a couple thousand. I mean, the U.S. have been putting up, I guess, a slightly good fight, but wow. I didn't expect the Germans over there to do well. Over here, you expect them to do much better because, you know, they're long-range units. But I didn't expect them to do this well. Like, it's like most of the U.S. soldiers are ignoring those guys, and it really annoys me that units just ignore enemies that are literally right in front of them. Well, the battle is still going on over here. There's still a small struggle of U.S. soldiers, but that's not going to last very much longer. By the looks of things, the Germans have been reduced to only a few hundred on this side. So, at the very least, they managed to take out these guys. But the Germans over here are still engaging them. They're not going to last much longer. There are only like 1,000 of these guys left. And there are 15,000 German soldiers. I'm amazed. that they were able to do so well. See, you see that? The US soldiers are only running out at them. They're not shooting. Why is that? Look, they're all just running. They'd have taken out 100 or so more if they hadn't just run around like idiots like that. Okay, well, yeah, the Germans won unexpectedly. The US tried running, I mean, right into the enemy, which made absolutely no sense to me at all. But you know what? Let's go ahead and try this again with better soldiers. Not smarter soldiers, mind you, but better soldiers. Because these guys just... It was really sad, okay? Well, here we are again. We got the same 25,000 US troops. They got the same amount of health, same amount of damage, same amount of range, and, well, same amount of accuracy. But the only difference is they can shoot 10 times as fast, as close to how much a normal Thompson shoots. These US soldiers only shoot burst fire. And now, technically in real life, that would make it more accurate. This is kind of a game, and shooting at a constant speed really doesn't it just doesn't matter that much. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the battle and see how they fared this time. So US soldiers are already running into the fray. The Germans should be in range already. Oh, but the US soldiers have already started firing. Now, technically, the US soldiers are not shooting very fast with these guns. I think they shoot a lot faster than this. This is pretty slow. I mean, it's kind of as fast as I would shoot my shotgun. Albeit, I'd run out of ammo pretty quick, but... technically, you could unload 3 shells in less than a second if you used a pump-action shotgun. Well, quite a few of the US soldiers are going down, but quite a few of the German soldiers have gone down as well. But it kind of looks like a lot more of the US soldiers have gone down. It must be because the Germans' range. Over here, it seems to be going on a little bit differently. US soldiers are taking out a little bit more of the German troops, which is good for them. They should be able to clear out this area. However, it seems that the faster pace that they're shooting has dropped the frame rate a little bit, which is unfortunate. Yeah, this is probably got to do with how fast they're shooting. It's a little bit annoying to see that frame rate drop. But over here, wow. Yes, a lot more German troops have fallen thanks to the machine gun. It would be nice to see these Germans with an MG42 or 36. Because that would be fun. Now, of course, the developer of this game is offering mods. It's where you can put skins on soldiers, like a kitten skin or something. I'm not really too privy to the idea since this game is still in development. And it's just, in my personal opinion, I think it kind of makes people a little bit lazier, especially if they're building something in beta mode. I mean, Fallout 4 is, I guess, the prime example. Although that game was finished, but even though the mods make the game just a heck of a lot better, Fallout 4 was terrible and relied on the modders to make the game better. That shouldn't happen. That should not happen at all. Yeah, it's pretty annoying that the frame rates dropped so much. Like, but wow. Just look at those dead Germans right now. Pretty sure that the U.S. has killed a lot more. Oh. Well, the Germans has killed as many as they have the last time they did in the time frame, but the U.S. in this time, they killed like 17,000 already. Actually, the Germans should have been about 1,000 more than they did already. So it looks like this battle is going to end a lot quicker than it is before because the U.S. soldiers are shooting at such a fast pace. And these Germans have actually been pushed back. I mean, they no longer even control this hill anymore. The U.S. has control of this hill. And they're just being shot down as they run up this hill. So, yeah. The German army has been very much weakened. I don't expect them to be able to win this. But I'm a little bit annoyed that these guys look like they're shooting at the enemy from far away, but a lot earlier they just rushed at them and just refused to shoot at all. That doesn't make sense. Why is it that the default ranged armies like to ignore the enemy so much? I really don't like it when they do that. Okay, that being said, these guys up in the front are actually running without shooting at the enemies that are literally closest to them. Because they like to shoot at the enemy at the far back. Like, you know, if your entire army decided they wanted to target this one enemy that was all the way at the back, that would be really annoying to see just them rushing at the enemy and just getting shot down because they couldn't get in the range of the other guy. That would be really annoying. But by the looks of things, it's kind of cool. It looks like the U.S. are shooting from on top of a hill right over here. Previously, the Germans were on top of this hill, but now it's a completely different story. Yeah, but if this was the default World War II soldiers, they'd lose rather pathetically. So I'm hoping that the developer can fix the AI a little bit, because it's really annoying to see these soldiers ignore enemies that are literally, they're just like right next to each other. Because it just doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, yeah, that's it. We've seen what happens when we use the non-default World War II soldiers. I'm pretty sure if we use the SS Panzers against these guys, they'd be dead. The US soldiers would all be dead. So, without further ado, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more. And I will see you next time. Thank you and good day.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor?